What's good, everybody? Y'all know who it is. It is your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, back out of retirement. Black YouTube don't want to let your boy walk away. They don't want to let your boy walk away. So, with that said, welcome to the Grandmaster Troll, where I give you the best trolling content YouTube has to offer. We got Cassandra, Real Gamer, Will Clinton in the building. We gotta talk about the fall. That's right, the fall. So we got John the Analyst. Let me see if I can make him a moderator. Make people moderators right there. There we go. Made him a moderator. We gotta talk about the fall of not only the black manosphere, the white man. We gotta talk about the fall of the red pill and why it should be over. It should be over. I've been making these videos for about 5 to 7 years now, telling you, giving you a play-by-play breakdown. You guys are shocked. You guys are shocked that your YouTube uncle, your YouTube daddy, the person who you bought a $500 course from, the Negroes who you cash apping and super chatting, is in these situations. SYSBM brothers, where are you? Passport brothers, where the hell are you? We told y'all what was happening. We told y'all the lies. We told y'all the traps. We told you the ins and outs. We told you everything you needed to know. And yet y'all niggas refuse to listen to the Uncle Grandmaster Troll. I tell y'all Negroes, wear a condom if you don't want to have kids. Tell y'all Negroes, don't go shooting up the club. I tell y'all Negroes, you need to do a background check on your girlfriend. But we are in a new age today. We are in a new age today where we have fallen. And we talk about relations. We have fallen to a point that when you get somebody pregnant, the first thing you do is not schedule a doctor's appointment, not call your mother and father. After you call the person and tell the person that you're pregnant, the next thing we do is lawyer up. And that's how bad it is when you get somebody pregnant. The baby mother is calling the lawyer and the baby father is calling the lawyer, all because we don't want to navigate responsibly. So we seen all the details. I won't go over everything. Will Clinton says, GMT, did you see the video from a few months ago when they were defending Ling Ling about being a sex worker? People were calling them out. Then you see, you see. I mean, this was the nasty. This is nasty work right here. We got the receipts after receipts, and then after you get exposed, you want to drop more receipts that you thinking you exposing Ling Ling, but you really exposing yourself. You mean to tell me you are taking prostitutes? Again, we told you these Negroes was going to Medellin, Brazil, Thailand, all these third world countries. They telling you they trying to build families and find wives. I'm telling you, no, they're going over there to have with as many prostitutes as they can because they know it don't cost a lot of money. That's what they looking to do. That's what they looking to do. But this special Negro right here brings a prostitute, an escort. Not only is he bringing this prostitute to his mother's house, not only is he not telling this prostitute that he loves her, not only is he kissing this prostitute in the mouth, he is having unprotected sex with according to him and his right hand man, she is a prostitute. But before we go any further, we gotta rewind this because I am so disappointed in the black manosphere. I'm so disappointed in the white manosphere. I'm so disappointed in all these YouTube daddies. Because we had a learning situation with this phone call. The phone call, when you dealing with a broad and she tells you that she's pregnant, you have to handle that phone call in a manly way. No, you gotta show some masculinity. You gotta show some leadership. And when we all heard that phone call, we didn't see an alpha male. We didn't see a masculine man. We saw a little boy who was scared. I mean, the women that you was bringing on YouTube, that you had in your vlogs, that you brought to your mama house, that you won't take, talking about I love you, tells you that she's pregnant, and now you're begging for an abortion. So without further, the very first clip I want to play for you guys, if I could find it. I should have it up here somewhere. So we got this video right here of the phone call. Let me see if I can go ahead and play it real quick. Let me see if I can go ahead and play it real quick. Let me see if I can go ahead and play it. Hold on. Let me see if I can make myself appear. Where the hell did I go? I must be that video capture device right there. Let me see if I can make myself a bit bigger. Right. Let me go ahead and play this clip right here because this is nasty work right here.
I want to keep the baby.
You're not killing it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't.
Okay, so we got some text messages. So what they basically tell me is that Fresh and Fit. Hold on, before we even go to it, they tell me that Fresh and Fit is out here tricking. He's out here buying $15,000 worth of bracelets for an escort. Let me tell you what's happening, because obviously you dumbass incels out there, you don't even know that the money that you super chat, the money that you cash up when you buying these bullshit courses, the women who you despise, the women who you hate are benefiting. They are pocketing the money that you send them. Yeah, let me say it again. You Negroes who super chatted, cash app, bought a course, your hard-earned money went to that prostitute. And now, if she is pregnant, for the next 18 years, your hard-earned money will be going to a single mother who, in her heyday, was a prostitute. That's how dirty the game is. I showed you Negroes, YouTuber after YouTuber. I'm telling you, they're taking your money and they're giving it to prostitutes. You guys say GMT was pocket watching. GMT don't know what he's talking about. GMT is a male feminist. GMT this, GMT that. You didn't want to look your mans in the face and accept that your mans was doing you dirty. But this is why I retired from Black YouTube. This may be my final live stream because I told you Negroes from day one what was happening, what was fixing to happen. You didn't want to believe me. You kept wanting to give these Negroes your hard-earned money so they could trick it off on escorts and prostitutes. And now you're sitting around and you trying to figure out why your community's fucked up, why there's no jobs for your black ass, why there's no political movement for your black ass, why your black ass don't have a support system. You trying to figure out why you don't have a voice as Real Gamer comes through $4.99 on the super chat. Salute to Real Gamer. I told you what was fixing to happen. You didn't believe me, and now in 2024, y'all niggas is ass out. You niggas is so lost. You guys were led into a burning house. So I said, hey, these Negroes don't want to listen to me. You know what? I'm just going to drive my Corvette. I'm gonna enjoy my life free of the gynocracy. While you niggas pay the gynocracy. So we get back to this phone call right here. Because when your girl call you and tell you that she's pregnant, you gotta exude some leadership real quick. You gotta have leadership about yourself. You gotta know how to handle the situation.
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
Oh, where's the beginning?
Nobody.
Okay, this is the beginning right here.
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
Stop the show. I mean, you Negroes don't learn. Once you shoot up the club and you bust your nut and you give that woman your seed, it is at that point you don't have any power. She picked up the phone, called that Negro, talking about I'm pregnant. I bet the first thing he asks is, what you gonna do? Because we understand her body, her choice. If she want the abortion, she gonna get the abortion. If she don't want the abortion, she gonna keep the baby. If a broad tell you before you shoot the club that she don't want to be a mother, it's not the right time, and then you go, and then she tell you if she end up pregnant, she gonna get an abortion, and you go lay in the bed and you don't strap it up and you shoot up the club, it is a great possibility that that broad is going to change your mind and not get an abortion. And if she don't get an abortion and she have the baby, that baby's gonna cost money for diapers, it's gonna cost money for baby clothes, baby food, whole bunch of expenses. Somebody gonna have to pay. And we know these broads, they don't want to spend their money. They don't want to spend Red's money. They want to spend the Negro who shot the club. They gonna want to spend his money. So your girl, who you was kissing the mouth, telling you I love her, she's recording you without your permission because she already knows. She done smelt the bitch assness in you. She said, I gotta record this nigga because I know after this phone call, he's not gonna say, I'm happy for you, I'm happy for us. I can't wait for the future. She knew that your boy Fresh wasn't gonna say it. So we gotta have a talk as men. When you dealing with a female, because these are the red pill conversations that your red pill uncles know, your Freshes and your Fits, your Angry Mans, your Dennis Sperlings, your BGS Itmores, basically all the fathers in the space. When you get a girl pregnant and she call you and she tell you that she pregnant, there should be a script. There should be a script that you read to that girl. So when she call you talking about I'm pregnant, what you gonna do? Okay. Not a question I ask, but I know that's the first thing y'all beta male Negroes ask. What you gonna do? Because you really don't want to have a kid. No, you out here playing with life. You're not being serious about life. You out here bullshitting. So when your girl get pregnant, you don't have a plan for a family. You don't have it laid out yet. See, when a girl call you and tell you that she's pregnant, you're supposed to say, are you sure? Are you 100% sure? Have you gone to the doctor? She gonna tell you, no, I just took the pregnancy test. Well, first thing we gotta do is we gotta go to the doctor. We gotta get all the steps. We gotta make sure we do everything right. And then when you have your family planning, if it's a girl, you should have a name. If it's a boy, you should have a name. You should already know what school you want to send this child to, what neighborhood you want to live with together. But when you Negroes ain't on your game and you ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing, you end up in a situation like this where you sound like a little ass boy.
You're not killing. Okay.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. No.
Fresh. Let me talk to you, my boy. If you didn't want any kids, you shouldn't be engaged in sexual activity, and you as sure shouldn't be engaged in any unprotected sexual activity. So now you on the phone call begging and pleading with somebody who is pro-life because their religion says they're pro-life, even though they could have, they could fornicate and have sex outside of a marriage. Their religion says they can't get an abortion. Because if she get an abortion, she got to explain to her mother and father how she was pregnant and how she got an abortion and how that was against their religion. She going to have to explain that to the administration. And it's very hard to explain to the administration why you get an abortion and you've been raised in the household where they've been teaching you since day one, we don't abort babies. So this is your boy right here.
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
she basically said she's not getting an abortion. So what are you gonna do? And what are you gonna do with your baby mama?
Nothing. Why did I do anything to you?
Nothing.
Why did I do anything to you?
No,
I had to listen to Muppet head Negroes on YouTube talking about, oh shit, she's trying to set up Fresh. Oh, she's trying to bait Fresh into saying something violent. No, she wasn't. She simply said, I'm not getting abortion. Meaning, you're going to be a father to this child. What are you going to do? Are you going to be an active father? What are you going to do with me? Are you going to marry me and make me an honest woman? What did your boy Fresh and Fit responded with? He said he not doing nothing because he not ready to be a father. You know, he want to be on YouTube. He want to be on the gram. You know, driving the Lambos, the Lamborghinis, at the club, taking pictures. You know, and being Mr. Cool. That's the problem with a lot of you Negroes. You want to be Mr. Cool. You don't want to grow up. You don't want to grow up. You want to be Mr. Cool. You want to be in the Gucci. You want to be in the Louis. You want to have the jewelry on. You want to be in front of the cameras taking pictures. You want to be at the club with the celebrities. It comes at a point in time. Young man out there, you're going to have to grow up. And you're going to have to enter the next phase of your life. And I know why. I know a lot of you Negroes is scared. A lot of you Negroes is scared. No, you've been on YouTube talking about red pill talking points. At some point, you're going to have to graduate from red pill talking points. And you're going to have to do something different with your YouTube channel. You're going to have to do something different with your life. But a lot of you Negroes is afraid to get old. And since you're afraid to get old, you are on a phone call trying to explain to the administration why you want your own son or daughter to be aborted.
No, so like, how are you gonna deal with this? By saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
I mean, go to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor. So you want abortion?
I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now?
And why do you make me pregnant now?
That's I'm like, there's no way that's true. But then it's like, oh wow, like.
So just think about it. It's meant to be. God wants you to have the baby.
Definitely not.
It is. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're fucking me for a month, and I'm pregnant. What does that mean?
Well,
Now I just think about if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
Well, we already sinned by having sex, but it's too late now, you know.
So now your boy Fresh out here committing sin, having sex out of marriage, unprotected, getting women pregnant, and boy, this was a bad look because this is how the phone call should have went. Your girl call you that she's pregnant. First thing you want to say is, are you okay? How do you feel? What you gonna do? She wants to keep the baby. That's good. That's good. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call my father. I'm gonna call my counsel because I'm very excited, but I know this is very important to the both of us, and I'm gonna make sure the people who have male influence in my life, I wanna talk to them because I know they're gonna give me some guidance. But anyway, I love you, babe. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for us. If you say something like that, get off the phone They can't use that against you on YouTube. They can't use that against you on YouTube. But when you is I gotta say it, a bitch ass nigga, not handling business, shooting up the club, you don't want to have kids, but you going in raw. Now your girl is on the phone trying to see if you're going to be an active father, and then you give every indication that you're not going to be an active father. What happens? She hang up the phone. She don't call her mother. She don't call her dad. She don't call her best friend. She don't call the doctor. The next phone call she made is to a lawyer. Because now she's under some emotional distress. She knows in America the father got to pay child support if he don't want to be actively involved in a child's life. You see, it's a whole different situation now. All because you didn't want to play the game right. You see, because we got all these game niggas in the space. Game niggas, where the hell are you? Game niggas, where the hell are you? Is this part of the game where a girl calls you and tells you she's pregnant? She's very clear that she doesn't want an abortion. What does the book of games say you do in this situation? I want to hear from the game niggas, because we got all these niggas with game, and when it's time to implement game, we don't implement game. So now she got you recorded. She done leaked the phone call all over the internet. She exposing you. She going to platform to platform to platform to platform. She done going on the whole social media world tour, exposing how fresh a red pill guy who's supposed to be teaching niggas about game and staying away from, creating single mothers. She's exposing the whole scheme. She got receipts. She got text messages. You out here sipping. You buy $1,000 worth of gifts. You said if you had kids with her, they would look like blazing kids. She got all these receipts, and she telling the whole social media. So now we gotta implement a new game plan, because game niggas did not show up. Game niggas didn't have a game plan. They didn't have a script. They didn't have a what to do when a chick says you're pregnant with her child, and then you done went raw in the pussy. You done shot up the club. The only thing in the game book says, well, you gotta wait a couple of months because she may be lying about being pregnant. We've seen this happen with a dude by the name of the Honest Truth. He was messing with a girl, got her pregnant, tried to make up that lie and say, I don't even really think she's pregnant. The months pass, that stomach get a little bit bigger, so now we gotta wait a couple of months, and believe me, we gonna see that stomach get a little bit bigger. And as that stomach get bigger, people are gonna start questioning, oh damn, she not lying about being pregnant. What do we do next? And you go into that paper, you grab your paper. It says wait 5 months to see if she starts showing. You get your paper. Oh, she's pregnant. Well, now you gotta wait till the child is born. And when the child is born, you gotta go get a DNA test. That's next in the book of game manual right here. You gotta go get a DNA test. You go get that DNA test, and lo and behold, you the father of that child. Now she go down to that courthouse to put you up on child support. Now you got to go to the game manual and you got to read about child support. And you're going to realize when it comes to child support and being a high value man, the options that you got on that child support ain't going to turn out in your favor. But since we don't want to use the game manual, we gotta find somebody to hide behind, John Evans. We gotta hide behind somebody because we getting put through the ringer. She dropping receipts. We gotta find somebody to hide behind. And who do we hide behind? Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me see if I can play some of this right here, because now you getting that work. That now they on YouTube exposing you. They doing interviews and the noise is so loud that you gotta go on your platform and you gotta address the pregnancy allegations. And you gotta bring a family attorney by the name of James Sexton. That's right. We got to hide behind a lawyer because we done fucked up.
On YouTube and then 5,000 on Rumble. Man, people love drama, I guess, huh?
I'm telling you. But guys, if you're watching for the first time, watching a long-time viewer, live show, April 26th, here man.
Yeah.
Special
Facts.
guests.
Yeah.
We have academics, Andrew Wilson, T.K. Kirkland. Some of the guests we can't say right now, but all coming to the show live in person.
This niggas up here promoting.
Yeah.
Speculating.
Speaking of facts, we got a special guest in the house, matter of
Yes,
fact.
we do.
brought in the big guns for this one because
The
we knew.
Best attorney for divorce and family matters, James Sexton in the house.
He's calling in from New York.
Oh, we gotta hide behind the white man. We gotta hide behind the lawyer. Oh, the game is so cold. The game is so cold. Let me tell you how cold the game is to you niggas. You niggas is out here reckless. You're running around here with no condoms on. You're shooting up the club. You're getting girls pregnant. You're getting them drunk. You finding yourselves in all kinds of situations to the point where you gotta go and you gotta go get the white man. And dudes like him, dudes like him is the scummiest of all scumbags, because he'll let you not take responsibility. He'll let you not be accountable for the choices that you make. He'll let you make all the decisions to ruin your life, because at the end of the day, you gotta pay that man a retainer fee. If it wasn't for dumbass niggas like Fresh and Fit, dumbass niggas who shoot up the club and get women pregnant and have indiscriminate sex unprotected, dudes like this white man right here wouldn't be able to have family with 4 or 5 different children, putting a wife in one of them houses in the good part of town with the Mercedes and the BMWs and the Teslas in the driveway. All that is not possible if you Negroes would act right. But since you Negroes don't act right, for 5 figures, 6 figures, he will represent you and let you hide behind him. And he knows at the end of the day, before the judge slammed that gavel, he already know you done got the bitch pregnant. He already know you gonna get ran through child support. But he gonna tell you all kind of lies. He gonna tell you You're gonna be able to beat this. All you gotta do is listen to me. You're gonna be able to beat this. We're gonna minimize litigation for you. We're gonna soften the blow and not get you off scot-free. This is how cold. This is how cold the white man is. He know Fresh CO done fucked up. He already know. He said, we got another one. I guess I'll be able to buy my second house and take out another mortgage because we got another dumb Negro.
And it's all fun and games until the lawyer shows up, you know?
Yeah, man. Obviously, we ain't messing around on this one because, I mean,
It's serious.
You know,
So we ain't even had a first doctor visit yet. Let me say it again. We haven't even had the first doctor visit yet. We haven't even walked out of the bathroom after pissing on the pregnancy test. We haven't even walked out the bathroom yet, and lawyers is already getting involved. SYSBM brothers. Passport brothers. You swore to me up and down that if you get a non-B-dub, if you went to another country and you got with a non-B-dub and you got her pregnant, you told me that that woman from overseas would cooperate with you. She would be submissive to you. She would follow your lead, and she wouldn't be looking to collect child support from you. Well, explain to me. We haven't even put our foot down from squatting over the toilet and peeing on the pregnancy test, and lawyers is already gotten involved. We don't even know the gender of the baby. Lawyers is involved. We haven't even gone through the first trimester. Lawyers is involved. We even had the first official doctor visit yet. We got lawyers. We talking about child support. We talking about full litigation. Explain this to me. SYSBM brothers, you told me these women overseas were different than the American BW. You told me things were different. Get you a passport. Go overseas. Go to China. Get you a Mei Ling, a Ling Ling, a Chung Li. My man Fresh follows your advice. Gets him a Ling Ling. And now he in this situation. I need a SYSBM brother to explain what the hell is going on, because you told me these women are better than the B-dubs over here. When all I see B-dubs over here, if you get a B-dub pregnant over here and you tell that B-dub to go to the clinic and get an abortion, according to y'all, B-dubs have murdered 4 million black babies since 1970. They done murdered half the race getting abortions. Seems to me if Fresh would have been messing with a B-dub and got a B-dub pregnant, he would have had no problem getting that abortion. But y'all shame, blame, and explain to the American B-dub that them getting abortions is wrong, and black men need to go get their passports and go overseas and not deal with the B-dub because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that. But now when your boy Fresh, when Uncle Walter is getting run through the ringer, I can't find an SYSBM brother. I can't find a passport brother. I can't find people who was talking all this and that. They were real quiet now. And now we're here where we gotta hide behind a lawyer because your girl from China, who's a runner-up Miss Asian, is getting ready to run up a bag on your boy Fresh and Fit, and now we gotta hide behind a white man.
Obviously, we were making some jokes on the last week or whatever about it, but no, man. I mean, this is some pretty serious stuff. So
Yeah. This is you know, this is as serious gets. I appreciate you guys having me on. I've been talking to both of you for quite some time, and as soon as I can get myself out of a courtroom into Miami, I'm excited to spend some time with you. But
Please do.
yeah, when I spoke to Walter earlier today, I said, all right, well, you know what? I think I got to jump on and be the one to say a few things, because I know he is dying to say a whole bunch of things, and a lot of those things he got to discuss with me that are subject to attorney-client privilege. But to then share them with the world right now is a challenging kind of a thing, and would be absolutely against my advice. Sorry to spoil the party to everyone who wanted to hear all the salacious details at this moment. However, there are some things that need to be said, and I'm happy to say them. What I'll say, first of all, is you know what? I have good news and I have bad news. You've had a hell of a week, so I'm going to let you pick which you want first. You want the good news first? You want the bad news first?
Man, it's been tough, bro. Yo, just give me good news, bro. Here's the good news, man.
Good news? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the good news. There's a lot of question as to when a man can truly say he's successful. You know, I have a client who's worth $8 billion. I represent professional athletes, celebrities, primarily because I'm based in New York City. I represent a lot of people in finance, hedge fund people, crypto people. And there's always a question about when are you really successful? Is it your first 10 million when you become an 8-figure kind of guy? Is it the first time you buy a Lambo and you pay cash for it? Is it the first time you fly private? Is it the first time you buy a jet? Is it when is it? And what I will say as someone who's been practicing family law for 25 years is a man is really not truly successful until the 304s come out of the woodwork and say, I have your baby, I'm pregnant with your baby, I need to talk to you about the baby, what are we going to do about the baby? And surprisingly, instead of having that conversation like a civilized human being with a working prefrontal cortex, most of the time what they choose to do is to post it on social media, because that's absolutely what a good future mom, potentially, or rational human being who's not just looking to shake someone down for money would do. You'd go right to social media. It certainly isn't the kind of thing a clout-chasing no one would do. So ultimately, I want to congratulate you. That's the good news, is that you have officially arrived, my friend, and you are sitting among some of the greatest, most celebrated, wealthiest people in the world, many of whom I have represented, but you never heard anything really about it other than the little momentary blip that it came up, if at all, because they did what is now unfortunately going to be the bad news. And that is, there are 2 words, my friend, that are not in your vocabulary currently, and they haven't been for years, and it's the reason why you're successful. But you need to repeat those 2 words after me, so let's practice together right now. Ready? No.
No.
Comment.
Oh, comment. Okay. Okay.
No.
No.
Comment.
See, we gotta stop the show right here, because the way that these dudes then gas these Negroes up. This lawyer is gonna make it sound like when men become successful and they buy their first Lamborghini, their first jet, fly first class, come into a lot of money, that women in 304s out of nowhere, and they come and they pin babies on these dudes. When in reality, these so-called successful men are engaged in sexual activity with these so-called 304s. And sometimes these 304s come up pregnant Now, I don't know about you. I've been watching sports for all these years. I've seen many of athletes, many of this, many of that. I never seen one of these athletes get pinned with a baby, extorted for money. I mean, if I'm wrong, somebody put in the chat, tell me, hey GMT, this athlete, he was a starting point guard from this team, he was a starting quarterback from this team, and this woman swore up and down that she was pregnant with his baby and was trying to extort him for all this money before the pregnancy, and she got all this money up off this Negro. Come to find out, she wasn't even pregnant, or when the baby was born, the baby wasn't even. I mean, if you could name somebody in that situation, let me know. But you're not gonna find. You're gonna be able to tell me nobody. You wanna know why? Because when you're not out here, nothing in these women unprotected, and the bride do tell you she pregnant with your baby, you already know that that's impossible, because your semen didn't end up in said woman. So I know said woman isn't pregnant with your baby. But I'm gonna let this white lawyer, he's selling these white lies to Fresh and Fit, and to you incels in the chat room, and y'all just eating it up. Y'all, I see y'all over there donating. You're giving your hard-earned money because you don't know any better.
All right.
Okay, so you gotta learn to say that.
Wait.
And it's really unfortunate, because I know you are dying to talk about many of the things, many of the counter narrative, the facts as opposed to the fictions, the way that things are weaponized and weaponized inappropriately, the massive holes in stories, that there's a lot to be discussed. But revenge is a dish best served cold.
Wait,
And right now,
Okay.
there are civil and criminal penalties for the kinds of behaviors that we're looking at right now. So I want you, as your counsel, and again, you're free to ignore my advice. Plenty of times people ignore my advice, and sometimes I'm grateful when they do it, because it creates a lot more chaos, which makes me a lot more money. Peace does not make me any money. Chaos makes me money. But I'm telling you, my advice to you, and I've said this to you earlier privately, is there has to be, for the moment, no specific comment. There really has to be, because the level of issues that are being caused right now by a third party in terms of what they are exposing themselves to. There's an old saying, never interrupt the enemy when they're in the process of committing suicide. And this is a situation where you are, as much as I know, you are dying to get the counter narrative and the facts out there, the reality out there, as opposed to the garbage that's out there right now.
Yeah.
An intelligent, strategic, successful man knows that irrationality, impulsivity, and emotionalism are luxuries reserved for the ladies. They are not for an intelligent, strategic, thoughtful man who is making tactical moves on the advice of counsel. So that is my little rant. That is my little caveat. And I'm glad you gave me the chance to say it.
I gotta say one thing though.
Yeah.
First and foremost,
We do have the phone call.
we do have the phone call, but I will say this: I personally should not have nutted within a 304 like this. Now, granted,
Stop the show. Stop the show. See. That is the problem right there. When you nutting in 304s, now you gotta hire lawyers, you gotta spend money you gotta pay another man's mortgage, you gotta pay another man's car note, you gotta pay another man's down payment to his next exotic car. You gotta pay child support, all because you nothing in 304s. You see that? That's the first part of the game. Your seed is valuable, black man. Protect your seed with your life. And your boy didn't do it. And since he didn't do it, he done found himself in a predicament right here.
Things happen, whether true or not. But, like you said, James, I'll keep my mouth shut. Because that's some info here I want to share with the chat.
You know, this record, I have to tell you, the recording we are discussing, and in all of these situations, when there is a recording of this kind, which there always is, because why would you be recording the conversation unless you plan to use that to stick somebody up?
Yeah.
You know, normal, rational human beings who are acting in good faith don't record their conversations. You know, especially too when they're being mindful of the fact that there's a difference between a one-party state and a two-party state when it comes to consent for recordings, and that, again, it's a felony in the state of Florida to record a conversation without the consent of the other party. And if
you see how cold, the white man is? You see how cold these lawyers are? You out here nutting in 304s. Lawyers should tell you, hey man, first thing we gotta do is we gotta make sure the girl's pregnant first. What you gotta do as an ex-boyfriend, you gotta get in the good graces with this woman. And you gotta go down to the doctor with her. You gotta go to the doctor visit so we can verify that she's pregnant. How many months, how many days, how long she is. Because if she's not pregnant, we could put all this aside. But since we didn't do that, now that lawyer is going to extort your man. Really, he extorting you, blackmail audience members, you so-called incels as they call you. Y'all are going to pay the lawyer fees. Y'all is going to pay the child support. And you Negroes still, it hasn't even dawned on you over there windmilling trying to defend this behavior. You don't even realize you're the one paying the lawyer fees. You're the one paying the child support. But hey, what does the Grandmaster Troll know? They say I don't know anything.
if you then publish it, that's a separate felony. So that's 2 felonies for the price of one.
So now your man's going up here. I know you done got this girl pregnant, but check this out. Check this out. Florida is a 2-party consent state. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring her up for charges for having a wiretap on your phone, which is a felony, and we're gonna give her jail time. Well, it's been 5 days. No charges have been filed. Nobody's been arrested. No court filings have been made. I mean, this is what we call blown and spoke. And not to mention, are we even sure? Are we even sure this was a phone call? Are we even sure she was in the United States of America? Are we even sure this conversation didn't take place on a WhatsApp? It didn't take place on a Facebook call. It didn't take place on an Instagram call. Are we sure that this conversation was made with a phone? Because there's, from what I understand, there's different laws. If I call somebody and record you on WhatsApp, if I call you on Instagram or Facebook or FaceTime or one of these so-called apps, that's all I'm saying. And then you gotta prove that somebody dialed the phone number and made the call. You gotta have proof of that. And from what I've seen, and the means of communication, I don't believe that this phone call was made over phone. So we got this lawyer trying to gas Fresh up and gas you Negroes up. Oh, we're gonna get her. She broke the law. She got all these felonies. We gonna threaten her with jail time. See, that's what these Negroes want you to believe.
One. But again, the reality here is, if you want to play the recording, go ahead. People have heard it. People have listened to it. You know what? Congratulations. You're important enough of a person that people actually pay attention when someone's talking about you. And that is in and of itself an accomplishment. There are a whole lot of guys right now who a girl is calling them and saying, you know, I'm having a baby and it's definitely yours. And nobody cares. No one would care. No one's interested. Everyone's just looking at it going, okay, whatever. It happens. The reality is, in your situation, everybody's very interested in this. Everybody wants to talk about it. But again, the reality for you is there are civil and criminal remedies for the kinds of things that are happening here.
Yeah.
And they're not to be leveled at you. So if we want to listen to that recording, you want to play that recording for anybody who's been under a rock and didn't get to hear it, fine. The only context I would give before playing it is listen to it. Is that a normal conversation? Is this a conversation of a woman who is having a sincere conversation with a human being? Or is this someone who knows that they're recording this? And when you know you're the one who's recording the conversation and that you can change it, modify it, splice it, edit it, you don't hear what was on the call before, you don't hear what was on the call after. And to be candid, guys, you know, I don't know if anybody realizes we're living in 2024. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a courtroom where there is audio that we've had to have digital forensic experts come in, spend $30,000 to show that it was modified audio. You know, you can go right now. There's any number of products available right now from OpenAI, ChatGPT, all the various companies that are doing this type of work, where you can take small snippets of someone's audio and you can have this person saying 5 or 10 sentences, and then you can literally dub anything that's to be said. And I have to tell you,
you see how these Negroes gas up yo bill? Now we gotta go do forensic audio evidence where we gotta go outside the law firm and we gotta hire somebody. We gotta spend $30,000 to verify if the audio is real, it hasn't been tampered with. Fresh already know. Fresh already know that audio ain't been tampered with. We know that audio ain't been tampered with. The lawyer know. The lawyer know. Because he listened to the phone call. After he listened to it, did you have this phone call? Yeah. Is this from your recollection what you heard? And it's at that point, if Fresh want to take accountability for not having game on the phone, he'll say, yeah, that audio hasn't been altered or anything. That's what I said. We don't have to hire somebody outside the firm, 30 grand, to verify that the phone call is real when I already know that the phone call is real. But if a Negro, if his pride Negro and his lack of accountability, there was no accountability taken on Fresh's part, he gonna let that lawyer spend 30 grand of y'all niggas' money to verify audio that we already know is real. That we already know is not ChatGPT, it's not AI, it's not been edited, it's not been digitally altered. None of that. We already know that. But that white man will spend $30,000 to prove something that we already know is already true. That's how cold the game is. Negroes. This is what people like him do.
you may not know it, guys. There's a lot of recordings of you talking out there. I could put together almost, if you said almost any word in the English language, I could find an example of you saying it. So again, I think it's very, very important if you're going to listen to this or any recording of some poor innocent young woman who's calling some fellow and just happens to be recording it and just happens to be making sure that when she's having that conversation, she seems like something of a victim in the situation and keeps steering the situation in directions that would make for good, good internet publication. When you listen to it with that ear. See if it sounds a little bit different.
See, that's what I did. I did listen to it with that ear. And what I heard was a woman saying that she was pregnant. I can't confirm or deny that she was pregnant. I heard a woman say that they've been having unprotected sex and they've been having sexual intercourse for the past month. And I seen a fresh who didn't deny having sexual intercourse. In fact, he seemed like it was very open to the possibility that if she is pregnant, he could possibly be the father. That's what I heard from the phone call. But these Negroes want to play this bullshit again. I'm going to let them react to it, I guess.
Play it just for the audience to kind of, because it's kind of actually crazy when you listen to it, and it's amazing that like people don't have the critical thinking skills to not see that clearly this was like intentional. And it's funny because she made this phone call and then literally within minutes it's up on Instagram. Like,
and I have to tell you,
like, I was like, what the hell?
I could have dubbed this call because as I'm listening, I'm going, oh yeah, it's this one. Like I have listened now to 50 of these from professional athletes, influencers, hedge fund guys, top name surgeons in the city at top hospitals. I mean, it really is. Successful men have a target on their back. And this is one of the most classic old school shakedowns. This is one of those ones that, again, I could do the phone call. Like I could have told you. I listened to it and I was like, oh yeah, it's that. It's like she went in and picked like menu option A, and that's the call. It's like I could, if it wasn't breaking attorney-client privilege, I got about a half a dozen celebrities that you've probably seen in films and TV that I'd put you in touch with, and they'd go, oh yeah, I got that call. I remember that call. Her name was Janet. Oh, I remember that call. That was Kiki. And that's how it is. And by the way, you guys live in the city where those calls always come from. I don't know what it is about Miami. Maybe that's why I haven't come on. I'm afraid I'm going to show up in Miami and suddenly I'll get out of the airplane and someone will claim they're pregnant with my child. Like I'm afraid that will happen instantly when I get off of a plane at MIA airport.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Play it.
No
Go for
worries.
it.
We'll run it real quick, and then I know Fresh can't talk as much.
So we gotta stop the show because these lawyers is funny. Oh, I know the call. Let me guess. A girl's pregnant. She claims to be pregnant by you, and she called you, and now she gonna put this baby by you. He gonna say it happens to athletes, entertainers, hedge fund guys, social media influencers, basically anybody who make a lot of money. Hell, I even got one of these phone calls. I'm sitting back. I'm at home chilling one day. My phone get to ringing. Let me see if I can find my phone. Where'd my phone go? It just fell down here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Here it go right here. I got one of these phone calls. I'm sitting in my room watching TV. Bride go pick up the phone and call me. Hello? First of all, she didn't even call me. She sent me a picture of one of them x-ray machines with the baby in the stomach, talking about I'm 2 to 3 months pregnant. At that time, I've only known the girl for 1 month. We really didn't even have sex. We just made out, did some oral stuff, and I attempted to stick it in with a condom on, but I only stuck it in for like 2 seconds. She proceeds to tell me she 2 to 3 months pregnant. I know I didn't nut in her. I barely stuck it in her. And I said, really? You 2-3 months pregnant? I said, okay, well, I'm happy for you. I wish you the best, but you're saying you're 2 to 3 months pregnant, and I've only known you for a month. So if you've been pregnant for 2 to 3 months by now, I don't think it's the possibility that I'm the father. And she hit me with the, no, GMT, you are the father. Trust me. I said, you know what? I really don't want to have any kids, but I know I'm not the father. You're going to have to do what you're going to have to do because I know I'm not the father. Couple of weeks go by. She needs to get an abortion. They say that abortion costs money. She gonna call me, hey GMT, I'm pregnant. I don't want to have the kid. I know you don't want to have the kid. Can you give me $600 for an abortion? Now at that point, I'm supposed to grab my money. I don't want to be a father. Here, take all the money you need. Go get the abortion. But since I've been gamed up, I sat back and I said, you know what? I'm not going to give you money for abortion because I know it's not my kid. I prefer you not to call my phone again. No, GMT, please listen to me. And after that, I hung up the phone, put my phone down. Of course, she called me 20 more times. By the time we got the phone call number 10, I grabbed my phone, went to the call log, went to her number, put block on the phone, never heard from that bitch again. Because I know what the game is. I know the game that these women is out here playing. I know. I know the game these women is out here playing. This is why I always keep the Jimmy hat strapped up extra tight. You see that right? This is how you gotta get down. I don't know why y'all BMs don't want to wear condoms. Y'all Negroes gotta explain to me why you Negroes don't wanna wear condoms. Let's see, we got Tiff says, why only 2 seconds? Only 2 seconds. Because the girl was, woo, some of y'all B-dubs out here, woo. Some of y'all B-dubs out here, woo. You got that odor, you got that aroma, woo. You be trying to stick it in and that aroma hits you, then all of a sudden you done killed the whole mood. So I'm sitting on the edge of my bed, not this bed because I was living at a different place. I was in an apartment at that time. I sat on the edge of the bed, just like this. Girl laying behind me. I'm on the edge of the bed having a conversation with my Johnson. My Johnson tell me, says, hey man, it's not going to work tonight. The smell is just killed the whole mood. I don't even know why you dealing with this female, man. You need to just, you need to just send her up on her way. And I sat on the edge of my bed. Me and my had a conversation. I said, you know what, you right. proceeded to get up from said bed, put clothes on, and say, hey, it's not gonna work tonight. It's not gonna work tonight. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm just not in the mood right now, and that's how that situation with them. But I see a lot of you Negroes. A lot of you Negroes is getting the I'm pregnant phone call, and you don't know how to handle it. If you shot up the club, and there's a possibility you're the father, what you have to say on the phone is, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for us. Even though I'm real excited about what may happen next, I gotta talk to my father. I gotta get his counseling because he knows better than me on what it's like to be a father. I will call you back once I talk to him. If a girl tells you you're pregnant and you know the kid isn't yours, you break down the timeline, you break down the events. You don't argue with niggas on the phone. Once they start arguing, hey, I'm not going to argue with you. Is there anything you want to say before I get off the phone? And if they want to keep arguing, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you have something different to tell me before I get off the phone? They want to keep telling you, no, I'm pregnant because of this, and you're the dad, and even though the timeline don't make sense, you just hang up the phone, and then they gonna call you 5-10 times. You ain't gotta pick up the phone. Just go to the call log, go to the number, hit block. If you are the father of said baby, in 10 months, she'll come looking for you. 11 months, in a year, she'll come looking for you if it's that serious. Most of the time, it's not. But that's how you deal with these phone calls. I have no idea what this Negro was doing on the phone call. I have no idea what Walter was doing with his phone call. This phone call was bad.
But I'll give a little bit of my commentary because I haven't said anything about this shit either, and obviously, let's just play the call real fast. Let's just play it.
Go for it.
Obviously, I know that there's legal proceedings going on. Go ahead, Phil, my bad.
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
You're not killing.
Pause.
Pause.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but she's using extreme language, and she's calling, saying, I don't want to do this, etc., and she's fishing for a response, right? It's very obvious. And the thing, too, is that, like, I mean, I know this. Like, there was an agreement that they weren't going to...
She's fishing for a response, Myron. She simply said she's pregnant. There's life in her womb. She doesn't want to kill what's in her womb. So she's not getting an abortion. Fresh wants an abortion and don't realize it's not his choice. Rather, if she get an abortion, because she done already made up in her mind, she not getting an abortion. So now Walter has to come up with a different strategy other than go to the clinic, take the pill, because that's not what she's going to do. She's not fishing for a response. She's trying to get Walter to accept the fact that she's not getting an abortion.
Ever have kids. Like, but why is she calling now saying, oh, I'm pregnant?
It's so funny because how she's talking, I'm like shocked because I'm like, normally you don't talk like this.
Yeah.
It's more like it's following a script.
Yeah.
Almost. But I'm like,
And it's good on your part because you didn't really say too much.
nah.
But it's
I'm like, wait, what's going on here?
yeah.
So
Again, there was an agreement that they weren't gonna like have kids or anything like that, and then now she's coming in saying like, "Oh, I'm pregnant and I don't want to kill the baby" and all this other stuff, and it's like, what the hell? Like,
and she
bro.
brought in religion.
Yeah,
I'm like, what are you doing right now?
she's not religious, guys. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids.
Pause.
You know?
Very obvious fishing for a response like, what the hell are you doing? No, you better not, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was trying to fish for an emotional reaction to make you look crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, we can keep
And this is a pretty classic tactic, guys, because the reality is that, I've done this in a courtroom so many times. I've played these kinds of recordings. I can't tell you how many times I've heard what are you doing? No, don't hit me. Oh, my God. What is that knife? Why do you have that knife? And meanwhile, my client's like, I was on the other side of the room, and I had nothing.
we gotta stop the show. She was not trying to paint. Miss Ling Ling was not trying to paint Fresh, aka Walter, as an abuser. She was simply saying, you want an abortion. She's not getting an abortion. She's going to have the kid. Are you going to be an active father or not? Your boy Fresh didn't want to accept the fact that he's going to have to be an active father or not. And he tried to push the abortion route. So all this talk about, she's got the knife, don't hit me, what are you going to... That's not what she was trying to do. But that's how these lawyers is going to spin it to you incel Negroes. So you incel Negroes can keep throwing in that money so you can keep spending that bread, because at the end of the day, you incel Negroes, you prop these Negroes up. You're the reason they're able to drive Lamborghinis and McLarens. You're the reason why they're able to buy escorts and prostitutes. $15,000, $30,000 bracelets, because at the end of the day, you prop them up, and at the end of the day, they need y'all Negroes to keep hitting that donation button.
Banana in my hand that I was eating, you know. Oh my God, what is that gun you're holding? You know, so the sound I have heard many times. The sound I just heard, and that is the sound of a man who almost sounds like he's got PTSD. But he's like, wait, what are we talking about? What is going on? Like, who am I talking to right now? This sounds insane. Who speaks this way? Who pauses in that way as if for, okay, now let's let you talk. Let's get some dramatic effect going. Like, this is not a conversation between two adults who are talking about something not for performance purposes, one-sided performance purposes, but because they actually want to have a dialogue. And again, ask yourselves, what kind of person, if you were dealing with something truthful and this serious, does this, records it, and immediately publishes it on the internet, and then continues to follow it up with more internet posts?
You see, this is the you gotta understand something, Mr. White Man. This is the new age. This is the new age. See, in this space is content creators like myself, content creators like Expose the Manosphere, there's other content creators, Abbott and Preach. We hold niggas accountable. You borrow money from somebody and you don't pay it back, we own you. You out here molesting and raping underage teddy bears, we own you. You out here scamming folks out of their hard-earned money, we own you. You out here getting women pregnant and not taking responsibility and being an active father, we own you. People have been watching this space. They know how this space moves. So when these so-called thought leaders, these so-called high-value men slip up, get out of character, do something immoral, try to get over on somebody. People who are so-called victims are being done dirty by somebody. They could record them, leak it on the internet, Twitter, come on panel and panel and panel, and now that person who in the old days you could get a broad pregnant and just leave high, go to a different country, then act like nothing happened. Those days is over now. Now if you do that, we're going to leak the information, we're going to drop the receipts, we're going to show screenshots of all the things you bought, all the things you said in the text message, and we're going to give it to our favorite exposed content creator. They're going to do a stream on it, and somebody else is going to do a stream on it, and eventually it's going to end up back to your sector, and now your sector is doing streams on it, running up a bag with thousands of people in the chat room, and now you gotta answer the questions about how you are nutting in prostitutes raw. Getting them pregnant. She tells you over and over she's not getting an abortion. Now we can now be asking you, Fresh, is you gonna be an active father or not? Is you gonna be a man and take care of your responsibility, which is taking care of the kid that you helped create? Seems like to me Walter doesn't want to do that. So since Walter doesn't want to do that, even though he's got a platform where he's supposed to be teaching other young men how to be responsible, but yet he doesn't want to be responsible himself. So what's going to end up happening? People who were donating money, who were making it possible for Walter to have the jewelry on, to have the Gucci on, to drive the McLarens and Lambos and supercars that gave him access to that Miami lifestyle. Now there's going to be individuals who may have had $100 for him on the Cash App, on the Super Chat, or was maybe going to buy his course. Now they're going to say, you know what, that man right there doesn't follow what he teaches. I'm going to take my hard-earned dollars somewhere else and give them to a different content creator who is actually about the betterment of men, but also is living the life of a better man. But Mr. White Man, you know exactly why she ran to social media with this evidence, to hold that nigga accountable. But it seems like for every reason, you Negroes don't want to hold Fresh accountable for the decisions he made with his dingling. Let me see if we can get back to this real quick.
What kind of human being, is a serious human being do that? Does a person who has any self-respect or respect for other people do that?
Does someone who actually want to have a kid do that?
No.
Like that's the other thing too for all
No.
you simps in the fucking chat right now. Abortion. Bro, do you think someone who's actually really pregnant with a child would do this shit? Like,
Well,
use
and
your
what I'll
common
tell
sense
you,
sometimes.
too,
Yeah. If you want an active father in your child's life, you get pregnant by him, and then without seeing a DNA test, without going to the doctor visit, he's already talking about abortion. I mean, it seems like she made the right choice in recording that conversation. Because now Fresh gotta answer questions about. Now it's on Front Street. Now he gotta run game. He's trying his best to deflect. I mean, Myron is calling us simps because he thinks we're taking up for her. We're not taking up for her. all we want Fresh to do is, if the kid is his, he's got to play his part, be an active father, or come up off that child support money. That's all he got to do.
There's a classic tactic on this. Classic tactic on this
Like,
is
some fucking Simpson
it becomes the I'm going to need some money for the to terminate pregnancy. I'm also going to need some money to recover after that because it was very traumatic for me. Or if that shakedown doesn't work, it turns in a couple of months. I lost the baby. My goodness, I lost the baby. It's so, and by the way, now I'm very upset that I lost the baby. And obviously I'm not going to return the money for the stroller and for the car and for all the down payment on the condo that I said that I needed because I was going to have your child. But yes, I lost the baby. And if you say, well, are you sure you were pregnant? Or you, well, how dare you ask that? Look, I have a something from Planned Parenthood that I've posted on my social media that, you know,
Stop the show. You see how convincing these lawyers are. See how they try to stir the pot of public opinion now. Now she's trying to shake down Fresh out of money. She's trying to extort Fresh out of money with a so-called fake pregnancy. All she got to do, all Fresh had to do, if he didn't think she was pregnant, go to the doctors with her. That doctor will run a pregnancy test, and you'd be right there holding that 304's hand, being a good man. And you would know if she's pregnant or not. But when you try and hide and dodge responsibility, and you demand an abortion, after she tell you she's not getting an abortion, and then you lawyer up and you go hide behind a lawyer instead of getting out in front and taking responsibility. Now you don't have that option to go to that first doctor visit and hear the truth from the doctor's mouth. Now you gotta wait the 10, 11 months. You gotta wait for the baby to get born, and I'm telling you, Fresh, you don't want that. You don't want a baby hanging over your head for a whole year. Go ask the honest truth what it's like having a possible baby hanging over your head that you really don't want. Affects your mental health, your physical health. You can't sleep at night. You can't enjoy the fun activities you like to do because you know there's a possibility that baby could be yours, and you're going to have to take responsibility one way or another. So instead of taking responsibility, what we rather do is come on YouTube, hide behind this white man, and he'll give you all the excuse. Oh, she's faking the pregnancy. She's saying she's pregnant because she wants money for prenatal care. She needs money for doctor visits. She needs money for baby clothes. She needs money for pregnant women clothes. And she's trying to shake down. She's trying to extort my client. Then my client's going to get thousands of dollars because, you know, he's high value. He drives McLaren's, Lambos, and wears nothing but the finest of linen. So of course he's gonna want his baby mother in the finest of linen. And then come to find out, she didn't have the baby. She had a so-called abortion, or she had a so-called mysterious miscarriage with no doctor records to back it up. And this is why you don't shoot up the club raw and get a woman pregnant out of wedlock. Because this is what you're going to have to go through if you do.
you know, there's There's no way to edit a PDF, guys. Don't you know that? Don't you know there's no way to take a generic piece of paper from Planned Parenthood that anybody could get for $10 and change it to say whatever it is you wanted to say? And then in a few months, just turn around and say, oh, I lost the baby. It's such a tragedy. And again, if you defend yourself, if you say anything in the court of public opinion, you lose no matter what, which is why, again, you know, revenge is a dish best served cold. There are criminal and civil penalties for this kind of behavior.
Wait, I can't respond, right? Damn. I want to say something so
Nope,
bad.
you cannot respond. Sorry. I'm directing you not to respond. I know you want to. They can kill me in the chat if they want to. Grow up, go to law school, and then you can tell your clients whatever the hell you want to tell them. But I am telling you, this is not the time to make this comment. Because I know there's a lot of additional information you have, because I know that information. But I'm telling you, now is not the time. Yeah. Let somebody just keep digging the hole. Let them just keep digging the hole, because that's the time you unleash the information.
Play the thing.
Please keep going.
This is an Oscar-worthy performance. Yeah, it's a few more seconds. And it's crazy to me how people are, you know, immediately saying like, "Oh, she's pregnant. Yo, you're encouraging an abortion, etc." Bro, we don't know if it's even true. Like, you know, they say hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned. Like, bro, this at the end of the day, let me just fucking say this. She's mad because Fresh didn't want to get her a fucking apartment in Miami. Ta-da! There you guys fucking go. All right? She's mad because Fresh didn't want to fucking get her an apartment in Miami, and he didn't want to be with her no more. That's why she's doing all this shit. All right? She did a pregnancy test before in fucking Barbados, and it came back negative. Sorry, I had to fucking say this shit. It's fucking annoying me. These fucking ass clowns in the chat saying all this bullshit, whatever.
So this is the story. This is the story we're coming up with. She's lying about being pregnant because Fresh wouldn't put her in one of them Miami penthouse suites in downtown overlooking the beach. This is what they want us to believe. This is what they want us to believe. She's making all this up. She's telling all these lies because of an apartment. Even though she's runner-up Miss America from a rich family in China. She showed the receipt of her spending $15,000 on a bracelet. The bracelet was like $29,000 in some change, and she claimed she went 50-50 with Fresh and spent $14,000 and some change on a bracelet. And now we gotta believe that a woman who Fresh brought to his mama house, met the family and all that, is so-called broke and needs a place to stay. Had this woman on the Fresh and Fit show. Fresh was showing her off. She was in the middle seat, twirling and twerking and spinning her around. They were showing her off. This is the so-called woman you need. And all of a sudden, she made all this up because of what, Myron? An apartment. An apartment.
You guys fucking go. All right? She's mad because Fresh didn't want to fucking get her an apartment in Miami, and he didn't want to be with her no more. That's why she's doing all this shit. All right? She did a pregnancy test before in fucking Barbados, and it came back negative. Sorry, I had to fucking say this shit. It's fucking annoying me. These fucking ass clowns in the chat saying all this bullshit, whatever. There's a high likelihood it's not true, and she's doing this shit because she knows that she's done. She knows that he don't want to be with her no more, so she's like, let me take the fucking building down with me. Let me burn this bitch down and make him look terrible. Let me record this fucking phone call, premeditated, call it, make him get a reaction so I could put this shit on the internet, put it on Instagram stories immediately after. It happened to me. What is it? You guys remember 3 years ago, some fucking chick, 3 weeks later, oh, I'm pregnant. It was a fucking lie. She used that shit to do a media run, went everywhere, did interviews all over the place, ran her OnlyFans up. Did you guys forget about that? Did you guys forget about that? That shit happened to me too. And it's happening again.
Gentlemen, I have to tell you, it is the big, you are in a...
Now we got all these Negroes talking about getting Me Too, Me Too. These chicks lying on Me Too now. I really don't know about the Myron situation. From what I saw, was Myron going in that OnlyFans thought raw? From what I can remember, Myron didn't go into pussy raw, so he couldn't have been the father. But I would have to go back and look and break down that situation to see exactly what happened, because it was 3 years ago. But at the end of the day, your boy went into this woman raw, and he's supposed to have the answers to the game and to not put himself in this situation. Here he is in this situation.
A huge fraternity. I'm not kidding when I say that this is the sign of success. I cannot, because of attorney-client privilege, tell you how many men in a 25-year career I have seen this exact story play out with. Much of the time, there was no pregnancy. Much of the time, there was a pregnancy that mysteriously miscarries a short time later, usually after the check clears or the wire transfer is completed. Sometimes there is, in fact, a pregnancy, but many of the times, once that pregnancy comes to completion, wouldn't you know, the DNA test reveals that the individual who was alleged to be the father of this child, usually the one with a 7 or 8 figure bank account, turns out to not be it. And the scumbag boyfriend who they had on the side, who, makes minimum wage, he was the one who happens to have all the genetic markers tied to this child. So, there's a whole lot of ways this story ends at the majority of the time. And again, now is not we're not doing a post-mortem on this situation yet, because it's not done yet. But I will tell you with a very high degree of confidence, knowing a lot more about this situation than anyone in this situation other than the gentleman himself, that there is a lot more happening here and a lot more information that if you were a reckless individual and ignoring my advice as counsel, you would unleash immediately both barrels. But
Stop the show. If all that's true, and she lying about being pregnant, and she lying about who the father is, why don't Fresh come out and say, I don't believe she's pregnant, and if she is pregnant, I don't believe I'm the father. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here for the next 10 to 12 months. I'm going to live my life. And we going to see if Miss Lean Lean is pregnant. She goes through with the pregnancy, gives birth to a baby, and we do a DNA test. And I bet my life I'm not the father of that baby. Why can't Fresh say that? Why did he have to go hide behind a lawyer to say that? I mean, if that's the narrative we're going with, she's lying about being pregnant because she's trying to get an apartment out of Fresh. Why don't Fresh say, you know what, I'm not going to pay nothing, I'm not doing nothing until a baby is born and DNA proves to me that I'm the baby? Because if he does that, now he has the power. Now he has the control. Because now she gotta have the baby. She gotta give birth to the baby. She can't miscarriage the baby. She can't abort the baby. She can't lie about being pregnant with the baby. And when the baby's born, she gotta prove that Fresh is the father. So you make that 304 do the work. But instead of doing that, we on YouTube. And now we gotta shame, blame, and explain the viewers because we seen the tea. We seen what your boy Fresh said on the phone call. Fresh admitted to going up in her Raw, finishing nothing in her Raw. Now this is what he's got to deal with. Let's fast forward to Myron Cooks.
You're good, blah, blah, blah. Bro, this chick is lying. It, like, I mean, this is my take. I mean, I'm not privy to the conversations that Fresh had with his counsel, but I'm telling you, as an outsider looking in, I'm like, bro, this is a fucking lie.
When I first came on, before we started recording, and I spoke with the two of you briefly, I said to both of you that I think that the less that's said about this, the better from a legal perspective. There's a script that I often give to clients, which is I have no specific recollection of any wrongdoing, although I acknowledge mistakes may have been made. I'd like to move forward past this unfortunate incident. You should write that shit down.
I mean, even in public, walking into rooms, when you have that respect, you walk in, people show you homage. That's why in Miami we're good.
Yeah.
And wherever we go. So.
Yeah.
Did you break the TV? This nigga,
yeah, there's a line through the TV, you know.
This nigga went crazy. It's fine though.
Like, we've brought so many people in the past. Y'all, man.
Where's the rent?
Right now watching the show. Maybe you're not someone that has that camera.
This is so-called
It's a new
rant.
agent. Why am I gonna fucking chew him out in front of everybody? But see, that's just a life skill that you learn from being. He is dead, right? Like, we live in the lost boy generation. Whether you liked each other or not, there was that level of
Questions.
But that's what happens because integrity is so goddamn rare that when you actually do get it, people are like, God damn, I respect this shit. Yo, they didn't kick me they didn't kick me while I was down for some views, like everyone else fucking did.
Yeah.
Off air, and you know, and I'm making him look crazy. I said, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I pulled him to the side and I told him, hey man, don't do that.
Value. Bad. It's just like. FYI, man, like, remember, I made a statement. Okay.
Oh, they don't have the rent.
I'm not gonna
Really?
say. I'm not gonna say who, but they made a video, and it's like, all right, cool. I see you, bro. I see how it is. I'm gonna stay quiet, but I won't forget. Actually, hashtag's still over there.
Okay.
There you go.
Damn.
and this how they try to get y'all Negroes. If you made a video, you heard the video, you didn't take Fresh and Fit side. Now they're gonna look at you with the side eye. They're gonna use political games. They're gonna play all these political games to try and freeze you out of YouTube. All because you made a video saying, hey man, Fresh, you can't be going raw in these women like that. You got too much to lose to take that chance, especially if you don't want no kids. You shouldn't be nutting in these bras, but that's what's happening. But it gets more interesting. It gets more interesting because your girl. Where my SYSBM brothers at? Your girl, runner-up Miss America, your girl. On Instagram, she knows she got the clout. That's right, no doubt the clout. You know what she's about right here. She got on Instagram and she gonna tell her story.
Like, I did all of this for money. Like, where's the money? Where is it? Do you guys have any proof?
See, that's the problem. People are going to say, she's doing it for money. She's doing it for money. She wants money. Oh, gosh, she was my night. You can't believe it. She was my night. From what I understand, she hasn't gotten paid a dime yet. She won't get paid a dime until baby is born and a DNA test is ran, and that DNA proves that Fresh is the father. And if we know anything about the red pill, you don't give a broad no money. No money. It's probably the best thing about the red pill. Girl says she's pregnant with your baby. You don't give broad no money until the baby is born and the baby is proven to be yours. So she gotta sit there 10 months to 12 months and not get no money. Because according to that white lawyer, we got women out here that they're lying about being pregnant. They're falsifying documents of a miscarriage. They're falsifying documents of an abortion. They're falsifying documents about this and that. They're telling this lie and that lie. They're trying to extort and shake men, these successful men, down for their money. She hasn't gotten a dime. And now since we all know, we're all talking about, she won't get a dime. She's going to have to pay for her own prenatal care. She's going to have to pay for her own pregnant women clothes. She's going to have to pay for all the doctor's visits. She's got to find a new way to pay her own rent as she's pregnant. I mean, she is in a tough position because she chose a fuck nigga to have her baby allegedly. So now she's up here. People are talking about she did it for the money. She not getting no money. I don't see a check coming to her.
Like, why would I baby trap him for what? For child support? Like, I'm not that desperate. If you just go check on my IG, I've traveled everywhere. Okay, I have better options. I don't have to track nobody. You can call me stupid. You can call me anything, like to fall in love with this guy, but don't call me baby trap. Because I would never use my baby for that. Because it's just mean for saying that. Why do I want his baby? Because I thought I was in love. I thought that he's the right person. That's it. That is it. I didn't want to talk about this again, but I just keep seeing videos that people making fun, making jokes about me and talk about this on YouTube. It's just like, it really affects me already. I don't have my main page. They take it down. I didn't baby trap nobody. I had my entire life to do so. I don't have to wait until 28 to baby trap someone who doesn't even have money. Hilarious.
Ooh, for Fresh ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. Y'all ain't been hitting that Cash App and Super Chat for your boy Fresh. You ain't got no money.
Yeah, but You don't have to believe me, but this is the truth, and I want to see what is he going to say tomorrow. He's probably gonna say the baby is not his or any other shit, but you guys already see the proof. The voice call, the message, I can't fake that. And also, I'm willing to do everything, DNA test, whatever, to prove that baby is his. I don't know what he's going to say tomorrow, but probably he's going to say some shit. And he's acting like a fucking child. He followed my IG today, this IG, and he commented on me. For what? He won't even talk to me. So first, I actually went have a conversation with him. I tried to have a conversation with him about the situation. He refused to talk to me. He's irresponsible. And that's why I'm going crazy, because no one can help me. I'm here alone. I'm in state alone.
This is a this is a bad look. So hold on, Fresh. You mean to tell me you saying this girl is lying on your name? She's doing all this because you broke up with her, and she made up this whole pregnancy thing because she wants to get an apartment up off you. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense that you saying that she wants to get an apartment up off you. And it appears when we go right here, it appears that she's keeping her own roof over her head. So if she's able to provide her own roof and keep her own roof over her head, why would she need to get an apartment up off you, Fresh? I mean, that's just something I want to know. But when we don't want to take responsibility, let's just see what happens. When we don't want to take responsibility, what we gotta do is this, right? What we gotta do is this right here. Since we didn't choose better, see, we supposed to choose, right? And when you choose better, you got nothing to worry about. But now we're on YouTube, and we gotta explain to the administration how Fresh chose an escort to get pregnant. Let me see if I can play this. Oh, come on.
Trying to attack our character, etc. And other podcasts as well she's went on. You know, they're talking about this story, etc. She's essentially been doing a press run the past few days ever since she leaked this phone call and text messages, right? And I'm going to show you guys a clip. One of the things she's been doing is saying that she is not a sex worker, right? So let's go ahead and play the two clips where she says this. Here's from one podcast, which I will not name.
They're accusing me for being escort and being on this kind of website. Just use the brand. If I'm a Miss Asia and I'm a former bodybuilder, why would I put myself on the internet? On
it doesn't make sense.
Escort website. That is
No, it doesn't make sense. We even one thing that I didn't.
Okay, so he says, yeah, doesn't make sense. I don't believe it. Yeah, you're not. Now let's go ahead and play our favorite YouTubers here, because and it's interesting because these guys were so quick to try to use this as content to make us look bad. They didn't properly vet this girl, but it's okay. I'm gonna do it for them, you know, because since they want to bring this girl on and platform her, etc., but they don't know the real Daisy Chen. They don't know Jin Chen. But I know Jin Chen.
Stop the show, Myron. Now I gotta tell you, Myron. I gotta tell you, Myron. If she claims not to be an escort prostitute, and then you get on the Fresh and Fit channel and you make the case, you make the argument that your boy Fresh was dealing with an escort prostitute and brought said escort prostitute to Barbados to meet his mother and was on vlogs telling said escort prostitute, "I love you," and kissing escort prostitute in the mouth and having unprotected sex with an escort prostitute. You're not only making Chin Ling look bad, but you're making your boy Fresh CEO, aka Walter, look even worse for having an escort prostitute as a girlfriend on a platform where you're supposed to be kicking red pill knowledge. But I'm gonna let you, Myron, I'm gonna let you make the case that you want to make.
And I'm going to make you guys very familiar with her as well. We're all going to know Jin Chen when this is done. Let's play their clip now.
That I would interview the woman in question at the heart of this whole thing. She provided me a bunch of screenshots, screen recordings, and a bunch of different things. And I think it answered a lot of the questions that would have seemed to be unanswered before. Things like whether or not she's a sex worker. She isn't. What was the time?
Okay. Abba.
You stupid.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to show it right now. So let's go ahead, and she said she's not a sex worker. She's not an escort. Okay. What's this? In this photo that you guys can see here, we can see Jin Chen with meeting up with a potential client. Okay, I'm not going to say where this was, but what I'm about to show you guys is all exclusive stuff that no one else has. Okay, but it's an anonymous source. Okay, so this is a photo of her meeting up with a guy, and it gets better. We got video and audio. Run the clip.
If you call me an escort, prove it. Prove it.
Firstly, do you take PayPal?
No.
Cash only?
No. We can transfer. Do you have cash?
I would prefer to pay you half first and then half after. It's never worked out good to pay up front.
Why? I am here. What are you worried about?
One time, I paid the girl up front. I was pleasure. She said she came up 3 times and that she couldn't do it anymore.
So you're going to do it 10 times? 2 weeks?
I have been scammed in the past.
Yeah, but I'm a girl. I need to be more secure. If you're not making excuse, that means you are not willing to pay.
I would like to pleasure you morally for like an hour or so. It's not just me fucking. But yeah, usually I'll be there for 2, 3, 4 hours.
Non-stop?
We stop for maybe 30 minutes, relax, slip in, and then
I cannot stay for 2 and 3 hours.
you can't stay for 2 or 3.
I can stay, but I cannot have sex for 2 and 3 hours. Like, who can do that?
It's not just sex for 2 or 3 hours. You will have to trust me on this. You will not be uncomfortable. You will not be painful. If you are, you may go. I will not force you to stay.
You can pay me half, and I will stay here for 1 hour.
1 hour doesn't mean you're only going to stay for 1 hour.
Then I will stay here for 1 hour and I will. Because for you, 1 hour is enough. You said 2, 3 hours. I cannot stay for 2 and 3 hours.
You can't stay for 2 or 3
I
hours.
can't.
Honestly, the onus is on you to make this experience wonderful so that I will want to see you again.
Okay, so let's get started.
Are you
Stop. Stop the motherfucking show. Where is Sir Trix-a-Lot when you need him? Where SYSBM brothers, Passport brothers? You got some explaining to do. So this is what it sound like when y'all negotiating the price for that pussy, huh? This is what it sound like when you negotiating the price of that pussy, huh? Oh, the game is cool. I just find it amazing that how Fit, aka Myron, aka former federal agent, is able to pull up whole hotel surveillance camera of you niggas buying pussy. They got you and your mans on tape buying and tricking off on pussy. But gonna pretend and act like we didn't know that Fresh was dealing with an escort. Why wasn't this footage put out earlier? Why did we have to wait for Fresh to get in a serious relationship with this woman? Why wasn't this background check done earlier? Y'all Negroes is on here. This is bad. This is bad right here. Oh my God, this is bad because it makes everybody look bad. It makes Fresh look bad because he was in a serious relationship with an escort / prostitute. It makes her look bad because she said she wasn't an escort prostitute and it looked like she was an escort prostitute. Then we got another black man on here. He got the creepy voice and he trying to negotiate 3 hours with an escort prostitute, and he only want to pay half the money up front. I'm trying to figure out why y'all Negroes want to pay half the money up front. So I gotta talk to my man Sir Tricks a lot because I'm pretty sure you supposed to pay full price before the panties drop. But now y'all Negroes only want, now y'all passport bros and your SYSBM bros, when you go overseas and dealing with these women, these foreign women, you're still getting scammed out of your money. But then you come on YouTube and you try to tell us everything is all good in the hood. You tell us everything is good in the hood. But in real life, y'all over there getting scammed to the point, this is what you sound like when you talking to an escort prostitute.
Yeah, but I'm a girl. I need to be more secure. If you're not making excuse, that means you are not willing to pay.
Y'all passport bros wanna please an escort prostitute orally for an hour or so. Wow.
Non-stop? I cannot stay for 2 and 3 hours. I can stay, but I cannot have sex for 2 and 3 hours. Like, who can do that?
It's not just sex for 2 or 3 hours. You will have to trust me on this. You will not be uncomfortable. You will not be painful.
What? This Negro saying, you gotta trust me. You will not be uncomfortable. It will not be painful. It will be pleasurable. You gotta trust me. You gotta give me my 2 to 3 hours. I mean, this is bad right here.
2 and 3 hours. Like, who can do that?
It's not just sex for 2 or 3 hours. You will have to trust me on this. You will not be uncomfortable. You will not be painful. If you are, then you may go. I will not force you to stay.
You can pay me half, and I will stay here for 1 hour.
1 hour doesn't mean you're only going to stay for 1 hour.
Then I will stay here for 1 hour and I'll leave. Because for you, 1 hour is enough. You said 2, 3 hours. I cannot stay for 2 and 3 hours.
You can't stay for 2 or 3
I
hours.
can't.
Honestly, the onus is on you to make this experience wonderful so that I will want to see you again.
Okay, so let's get started.
Are you sure?
I've got you in my sights.
I could end the podcast right there. But wait! There's more, guys. There's more. Because, see, she's been running around saying that she's not an escort, etc. No, I don't do this, blah, blah. I mean, I'll let you guys decide what you think after seeing that. Okay? We're going to keep going. There's more. I could end it right there. But let's go. Let's keep going. So, obviously you guys can see here, that sounds like negotiating for something. I don't know what particularly, right? But I think we all know kind of what it may or may not be, right? So she's also talked about how she's a good person and her character, etc. We got some more, guys. So I have here a Chinese police report. You guys are probably wondering, Myra, what the hell? What's this? Guys, this is a police report where she basically stole money from an individual. Okay, yeah. She stole money from an individual. All right? And I had a friend of mine translate this for me. As you guys will know, I play Overwatch, right? And I have a buddy. I call him the Chinaman. And he went ahead.
Hold on. Somebody said in the chat that this sound like Walter. Hold on.
I cannot stay for 2 and 3 hours.
You can't stay for 2 or 3.
I can stay, but I cannot have sex for 2 and 3 hours. Like, who can do that?
It's not just
Nah, I find it real. I find it real interesting. I find it real interesting. The lawyer that Fresh was hiding behind, he said they used ChatGPT and AI and editing and voice alterations to disguise and manipulate people's voices. But here's your boy Myron claiming that she's a prostitute escort, but the person she's talking to, their voice is clearly altered, edited, disguised. I would love to hear the original version because somebody in my chat said that was Walter, and if that was Walter negotiating the price of pussy and admitting to getting scammed out of money after paying for that pussy. It seems like Fresh would be down bad because he would then knowingly dealt with. Hold on, let me answer this phone call. Hello? Hello? I'm at home. Alright. Knowingly paid for a prostitute, fell in love with said prostitute, had a relationship with said prostitute, bought prostitute to said mama house, and then got prostitute pregnant. Oh, that is a bad look. Let's go back to the paperwork before I have to shut this one down.
Translated this police report for us, and we have it for y'all here. Okay? At about 1940, on the evening of August 27, 2018, the reporter came to the police station to report that he met with a Chinese woman at about 12 o'clock noon on August 27, 2018 at lane 288 of Daza Road and exchanged 6,000 yuan for 870 with this woman. So basically, he wanted her to give him cash, right? At around 4:45 on August 27, 2018, the woman hailed a car through Didi Taxi and then asked the reporter for 6,000 RMB. And then the reporter gave 6,000 RMB to the woman, and the two got in the car. Soon after, she claimed that she needed to get money from China Construction Bank, name of the bank, and asked to stop at the China Construction Bank on Yongjia Road, Zhuish District, Shanghai. But the woman did not return 10 minutes after getting out the car, and the reporter sent a message to the woman, but she replied she didn't want to meet the reporter. The reporter felt that he had been defrauded, so he reported the case. So this woman takes this guy's money and runs off with it, right? One of the people that one of her clients, right? So what does that say about her character? And you guys might be wondering, well, Myron, you got proof? Oh, I do got proof, actually. I got video. Here she is, taking the dude's money and doing what she's about to do with it. Hey, man. I mean, yeah, I could end it there. I could end it there, can I? But guess what?
I've got you in my sights.
There's more.
He got more? He got more?
The show goes on. We going all the way today, baby. We going all the way, because guess what? I'm fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in this bitch. The show goes on. I'm not leaving.
This is my home. They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here.
Let's fucking go. All right, so here we have her ID, right? Here she is. We obviously blurted out personal information so that we wouldn't dox her, but it's to show you guys that we know what we're talking about here. We actually have her Jin Chen. That's your real name, by the way.
Man, so now they out here they're doxing Fresh's ex-girlfriend. This is crazy. All these Negroes swear to God they despise doxing, but let you turn into a op. They will have no problem, and they will dox you. I'm telling you. The game is cold. The game is cold. We out here doxing folks now. This is crazy.
Wait, Jin Chen. It's not Daisy. You run around calling yourself Daisy Chen, but you're really Jin Chen. Okay? And we found out that you got fired from your job. Okay? Here's where you used to work for. Right? For a marketing company. You were a marketing manager, Daisy. Or should I say Jin Chen. And we had the documents to show that you got fired and why you got fired. Again, this is all in Chinese, but guess what? My boy We Rise once again, aka Chinaman, the guy that I play Overwatch with and we raged together when we destroyed these scrubs. He went ahead and translated for you guys once again. Shout out to the Chinaman. We got the official document.
So we have the document allegedly. Their white lawyer said that these women are factoring documents and making documents up, but this is supposed to be a real Chinese document, and it's being translated by one of their people. He could be translating anything, but this is what we're supposed to believe. So I'm gonna go ahead and believe Myron that whatever this document is real, whatever this document says, it's real.
Shout out to We Rise. He's on the line as well. But here it is. Here's why she got fired, guys. Okay. Ms. Chen Jing, you have been working at Shanghai B-Ming Performance Agency Co. since July 2nd, 2018, and your current job is a business assistant. The 3-year labor contract signed between you and the company on July 2nd, 2018 shall be terminated on August 3rd, 2018, and the employment relationship shall be terminated at the same time due to the following circumstances. What else was going on in 2018 when she got fired from her job around this time? Oh, she was stealing money and negotiating for fun with people in rooms, which we showed video of earlier. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. By consensus of the parties, the worker is proved to be ineligible for employment during the probationary period. The worker seriously violates the rules and regulations of the unit. The employee seriously derelict in his duties or commits fraud for personal gain, causing major damage to the company.
You stupid.
The employee establishes labor relations with other employers at the same time, which has a serious impact on the completion of the work of the employer, or refuses to make corrections upon the company's request. The personal certification materials provided by the employee to the company are false, or the company concludes or reviews the labor contract contrary to its true intention by coercion or taking advantage of the danger of others. The worker is investigated for criminal responsibility in accordance with law. After the expiration of the medical treatment period, the worker cannot engage in the original job or work arranged by the company. The worker is not competent for the job and is still incompetent for the job after training or job adjustment. There's a major change in the objective circumstance on which the labor contract is concluded, making it impossible to form the labor contract, and the two parties cannot reach an agreement.
Stop the show right there. Stop the show right there. Okay. So after all this, you're basically saying this girl is a thief, fraud, 304, prostitute, escort, liar. Why are you going raw in her? How did Fresh fall in love with a person like that? It's a question I want to know. We got a whole sector telling you men of the women you need to avoid, and here you are dealing with that same woman not taking your own advice. And this is why. This is the death of the red pill, because I'm starting to see you red pill Negroes. You saw the bombshell, you reacted to the bombshell, you demanded to hear the whole Fresh accountable for his action, and then Myron started windmilling, and then a lot of you Negroes got back in line. A lot of you Negroes is holding Fresh's nuts in this situation. You believe everything he say. You believe Fresh can't do no wrong. But this is why. This is the death of the red pill. They're just talking points. We come on YouTube and we talk these red pill talking points. But when we hit the stop streaming button and we go about our lives, you niggas is tricking. You niggas is sipping. You niggas is derelict. You niggas is not doing what you supposed to be doing. You're fake. You're phony. Fraudulent. And now that everything's falling apart with this one story, some people is looking for a new YouTube daddy. Other people is trying to put their own spin on it, trying to make sense of what's going on. And this is the death. It's simple. It's the death of red pill. Your boy Fresh, he killed the SYSBM movement, passport bro movement, gang movement, whatever movement that was started within the manosphere behind this red pill. With this one case, your boy Fresh, aka Walter, destroyed it when he got that escort pregnant and or went into that escort raw. After he brought escort to his mama house and she met the family. This is not a good look, but with that said, Zero the Returner says these dudes is always looking for daddy. Some people are saying Myron should part ways with Fresh. Can't do it. He gotta be loyal. After he did all that windmilling and defending, after he done doxed her and put his whole FBI background on her. This is what he came up with. Some people are saying that girl is poison. Alls I know, if you keep playing with this snake, your ass will get bitten. But I told you Negroes. I told you Negroes. I told you. I told you Negroes. Put your Jimmy hats on. Put your Jimmy hats on. Stop going raw in these. Put your Jimmy hats on. Why can't y'all put the Jimmy hat on? Now you have crapped out at Strag's Palace, and we all gotta wait 10, 11 months now. We're going to be waiting. We're going to see that belly get bigger and bigger. And I know all you red pill Negroes, you are hoping. You are praying and hoping. You are praying and hoping that she was lying about the pregnancy. You are praying and hoping for a miscarriage. You are praying and hoping that Fresh is not the father. You are praying and hoping right now. When really you shouldn't be in a position to be praying or hoping. But with that said, it's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. I got some things I gotta do. It was good talking to you, Negroes. They telling me O.J. Simpson is died, and I see you, Negro. I mean, you Negroes love defending fucker. I mean, why do y'all Negroes love defending fucker? We got innocent children, boys and girls getting gunned down in the street like dogs. But let your boy O.J. Simpson die of cancer. Y'all Negroes will do tribute streams in that man's honor, knowing he killed 2 people and got away with it. And y'all will celebrate that man's death. It is truly despicable how you Negroes get down. It is despicable how you Negroes get down. The people you will give tributes to and the people you won't get tributes to. And then you talk about the status of the community. Y'all giving tributes to OJ like he was Jesus Christ himself, getting crucified on the cross, dying for all of our sins. That's how y'all treat OJ. But let a hard-working man who's out there supporting his family get killed in an alleged robbery attempt. You Negroes won't talk about it, do a stream about it, and if you do find out about it, you still won't talk about it. You just ignore it like nothing ever happened. Which is why your boy GMT, I had to fall back from Black YouTube because I'm seeing the landscape of the community. I'm seeing what's about to come in, and it don't look pretty. So with that said, I gotta go because I gotta take care of some things. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Peace.